So I've been watching Tokyo Vice. Have you heard of this one?
No.
So Tokyo Vice, it's on HBO or Max as it is now. I think everywhere. It's basically, I don't think it's completely based on true story, but the characters at least I think are based on real people. It's about this guy called Jake Adelstein, who was the first a non-Japanese guy to ever work for this massive newspaper called Maicho, I think it's called. It's a really big newspaper in Japan. And he's a young guy, and he kind of gets really involved in like writing about the Yakuza and stuff. And Ken Watanabe is in it as well. He plays a detective. I'd say he's more interesting actually than this guy, Jake Adelstein. And yeah, it's kind of like I've only seen the first season. The second season is out. I do like this show. I think a lot of people like it, but sometimes I feel it's too much, so I have to have a break from it. It's interesting. Like you learn a lot about like the Yakuza, because I think a lot of people they think the Yakuza kind of works in the same way as the mafia, but it's not like that really. Like the relationship between the police and the Yakuza, I think, is different. People know the Yakuza exists. You know who's in the Yakuza. They have a big tattoo culture as well. There's also another character that's quite interesting. She's a woman, and she's an American woman that lives there. So her story is that she used to be like a Mormon, like a missionary that went to Japan. And I think she eventually broke away from that and started doing her own thing. And she works at these, like, they're like clubs where men, well, not just men, but yeah, basically you pay to sit down with an attractive foreign woman who can speak Japanese. And like, they could sit with you while you drink, basically. And she wants to open up a similar club like this. And she's trying to save up money. And she's in a relationship with a Yakuza guy who's also one of the main guys called Sato. He's rising up quickly. And yeah, I don't really know where to say from there. I mean, the show opens up like that Jake is about to break a big news story that's going to blow up because for the Yakuza. And the first season doesn't actually end with that. I was expecting it to end with that, but I've heard that the end of the second season ends at that point where the first episode in the first season starts. So it's like a 2-year gap. It's also set in the 90s as well, like 1999. So it's quite different Japan. Yeah, I
just looked it up here. It's got 8 out of 10 on IMDb and 88% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's very highly rated.
Yeah.
I've also heard that the second season is supposed to be stronger than the first. Some people have also said that it focuses less on Jake. Some people found Jake a bit annoying. The guy who plays him, I've seen him before. I can't remember his name. Odd name he has. I can't remember. And I think he's taking more of a back step from in the second season, is focusing more on a Japanese character. So I think no one's interested in this American guy in Japan. They want to see Japan itself. Yeah, I really recommend it. If you're into it, if you're into Japanese crime stuff, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Sometimes it felt a bit too much, but yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I like Japanese crime. I will definitely give this a go. Now that I see how highly rated it is as well.
Yeah. I do wonder though how much is real. I really like. I know that this guy Jake Adelstein wrote a book, and it's supposed to be based on the book. But I don't know, like, if he was really so cool when he was in Japan, and if he even never met Yakuza guys. That could all be bullshit for all I know. But still, the idea is good.
What would you rate Tokyo Vice?
I mean, 8 is quite a solid rating.
Do you think that's fair?
Maybe, because sometimes I did feel like I wanted to watch something else. Maybe I pushed myself too much on it, but it's definitely higher than a 7 for sure. I do feel that Well, this is the thing. I feel that it looked like it was going a certain way. It was going to write itself into a story that's already been done. But I do feel that maybe it's trying not to do that. Which, if I guess I have to watch the second season and give you like a really solid review. But at least it's at least a 7.5.
All right.
Shrapnel.